The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
There's actually a reason to it, which is I have to make it harder for people to just find the fountain.
Which is the exterior access to his
If people
booth.
just found the fountain, eventually someone would play with the fountain, and inevitably someone would get it right.
Arf! Plays with fountain.
There is no fucking way the dog got into the fountain.
Have you been through the maze before? Because it's a dog, it could just follow your...
Yeah, I go through the maze all the time.
So the dog follows your scent and then just...
That's how he did it.
Skinwalker, I need you to go to my house.
Oh, because I'm chopped liver.
He's sitting there talking to you. Oh,
Actually,
I found your dog.
chopped liver might work if you've got some of that and just put it out.
And then over the comms you hear Charles go, Sorry, I don't know what came over me.
Charles, I'm gonna get Skinwalker to fly over the maze, because it'll be quicker for him to fly over top than to just send the servants.
Long story short, you get there, you fly over, the stairwell's open. No doggo though, you don't see the doggo from outside.
He found the fountain.
There is no fucking way the dog opened the fountain.
It is open.
There is no way that is possible. I
Will
don't...
I die if I go looking for it?
No.
I mean, I've never seen one like it.
I mean, the way you get in through the fountain is you pee on the side of it. I mean, who would have thought that...
There's like four statues you
the rifle
done!
off.
And like a
Bigger
bunch of
blunderbuss.
shit you had to move!
This dog is a ninja.
This dog is a god!
Yeah, this dog's a combat pet too. Well, it will be in about 3 years.
Yeah. I'll land at the fountain.
Charles, I think...
Snap. The bear trap gets you. Then 4 crossbow bolts shoot out of the statues. One of them's an angel, but you're not looking at it, so... Garg readies his bow. You're back in time.
Wait, are you telling us what happened? Like, are you relaying to us, like...
Because this comes as in your helmet.
Yeah, so this is the one... Yeah.
But are you relaying to us that, oh, he's flown over and found that the dog is...
I would have told them...
You guys would have heard all the things I said too, because I'm only using the normal comp.
Is it possible then that what actually happened was somebody else got in there and the dog followed them?
So at this point, we are going full speed towards my base, because the only other person who can open the entrance isn't really a person so much as an idea, and its name starts with H.
Not stopping duck.
You get to the bottom of the stairs. You walk down the corridor, through an open door, into a room. There's an old man sitting at the console on his headset, idly stirring a cup of tea, morosely staring at a piece of paper. Thumbful. Skinwalker?
People keep telling me that. Like Knight said me, the dog got through the fountain.
That's ridiculous. How would a dog manipulate the statuary? Oh dear, someone else has manipulated the statuary. Pushes button. Red lights. And the big car goes... hits the stopping net.
Stopping net.
The doors burst open.
Everybody runs out to a battle prize. Why are we doing this?
I always find it very surprised
Why are you-
Charles and
In
Skinwalker.
a battle pause, I need to access the cameras. Charles, I see you've already activated the alarms.
Yes, sir. It occurred to me that no canine would be able to manipulate the statuary,
Exactly.
and since the gentleman inferred that the canine had done so, I assumed there was an intruder and activated the alarms.
Swap all the computers to camera controls.
Won't that just alert the intruder to the fact that we're onto them?
Well, if they're in here, they'll be locked in here. I'm
It also
guessing.
causes a lockdown. It doesn't just turn on red sirens.
Just checking.
also turns on most of the traps. So don't go into any random rooms.
Spoing. Make it. No.
That's only in his bedroom.
So you got your traps from the noodler.
Are they just like floor traps or?
Arrow traps.
Is it?
What? The guy who just likes noodles?
Is
No, the other nerd.
the noodler.
Motion sensors. That's right. Oh god, the dog.
Beep, 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 beep. Spoing. Splutting.
Cameras.
Okay, so eventually you will find a room, a camera that shows an open door in one of your deep internal super secret storerooms.
I will go there.
Do you need a hand?
Well, you're walking through blood. In the middle of the room, stretched up on like these high tension steel cables, little hooks, is a dog. It's still alive.
Oh.
It's been skinned, and its skin is nicely stretched out over some stuff of yours. And there's just a dog slowly, painfully dying.
There's no message. Or is this the message?
Oh, you don't think this is a message?
Did you let us go with you?
I wouldn't have said anything, so if you followed me, you would
Yeah.
have followed me.
I would have
I
followed
would've
you.
followed.
I was following you.
Let's stay with Charles. Keep him safe
The-
in case of intruders.
Is
Hands
Soviet,
back,
please.
right, heal. Someone cut the wires.
I need you to cast healing.
I was gonna shoot the dog, but okay.
That's what I was asking Soviet.
That's
Soviet
why
to
I
do.
was like,
I was going to
going
say
like
Soviet.
this,
I was going
like-
Soviet.
I was gonna go ice spike between the eyes, basically.
Do you
And
have
then she was like, "Oh!"
And
heal it?
magic on top of those.
Sure.
Okay, so that is 31.
And how much healing does that do?
5. Let's see. I don't know how healing mechanic works, but
The healing mechanic works in this game based on the damage system in this game, which is not how physical damage actually works
Yeah.
in Universe. So the way healing works is you just heal points of damage.
Yeah.
But
So
like
basically, you do that, it recovers the damage towards dead it's taken from the bleed, but it's still skinless and strung up.
Yeah.
Just so you do that, it like perks up a bit, and then dies.
Yeah.
And then, for no good reason, but because it's dramatically convenient, at that point, all the hook's tension will just rip it to bits, and chunks will Mortal Kombat everywhere. 3 rib cages land.
Isn't Christmas great?
What is this thing's problem with you?
Must have done something to piss it the fuck off.
Is there anything further down the hallway?
Well, maybe your records room, where all of your super secret information is kept.
I'm a throw up, by the way.
Soviet has jetted around the room.
I'm
Not the bummy.
I'm gonna walk through the viscera essentially,
Ah,
and just because I can't. There's nowhere. I need to check the records room.
the dichotomy is disturbing.
I would follow you because just
You don't know what else to do.
The heavens just stopped moving and they're just covered in guts. and
Dog viscera.
So you head through it.
Yep. To the records room because you said that door was open, right?
Yes, it is.
And inside.
Well, neatly across your filing cabinet and right beside your computer, it is neatly penned in copper plate bold in blood.
what's missing from in here?
It just disappears again.
Yeah.
But he saw it this time, right?
Yes.
That's freaky. Does that happen every time?
Every time.
So you two are back in the dog room, right? Just you two?
What are you
I'm
doing?
back
Oh, he's with
with
Charles.
Charles. watching his back.
So you're sort of just standing there, looking at the dog.
Well, she's lying on the ground cuddling the dog.
I don't think that's really an option.
Yeah. It got ripped to pieces, so she's
I'm probably half propped up against the wall, like.
You'd be sitting there just going,
So as you recover from that and turn around, you can give me a perception check.
That's like. 29.
The red.
Oh, wait, sorry, 32. Sorry.
Okay, even better. 29 was enough though. And the red, as the red light rotates round, it's sort of the dark red. You sort of turn around and sort of like standing just casually between you is this black shape. It's like red. It's there.
Yeah.
Gone. There. Gone. Not there anymore.
Okay, what?
Actually, you got over 30, so you will
Do
also
I
be able to
get
tell that
actually-
the inside the hood, inside what must have been a hood, there's like you could see like the edge of white.
Okay.
And it's just gone. You don't see any footprints there anymore.
Thomas, it was. Something was here.
I'm like gonna just pivot and go back to where she is, and I just don't see
So
her.
you're out with Charles.
Is he still at the computer?
Yes, he's checking all the cameras and he's going, I don't understand how anyone can move around in this place without being seen by my cameras. Unless the fault lies within myself and I'm letting Master Drake down again. Oh dear.
So I would just like have my back to the screens, but like leaning on the counter or whatever. So he's like.
So out of the hallway, just this black shape comes, walks over to the door you came through, and goes through the door.
Charles, did you?
Wait, you are actually looking around. So it's walking past it, as if it sort of turns around. There's this bone white thing inside there, and it's like.
Did you? And he's still looking at the.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So,
Check the cameras in this room.
very good.
Yeah. The last 10 seconds.
I'm sorry. The last 10 minutes ago.
The last 10 seconds.
10 seconds. Well, it's just you standing there looking bored.
And then you
Like,
turn
and
over
then he
I
reacts
just,
to
like,
nothing.
and then he
slowly-
just does this.
Yeah.
And then talks to Charles.
Yeah, pretty much.
I saw something. Boop. Black Knight.
See, disturbingly, you back it up and go through it slowly.
Yeah.
Again, just to make sure. See, that's there. You're reacting to this, but on the other side of the image, there's this black shape just crosses briefly into it. Heading towards the car. In fact, you will remember this shape and that face because it's what punched you unconscious in the thing.
in this
That
room.
was like,
The thing that grabbed his throat in the dream.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Black Knight, it's gone for the car.
you check the camera around the car, there's nothing there.
Yeah. There was something in the base. The thing that
Thing in the base.
Had a mechanical arm.
the thing that attacked me in the spirit world. It's back.
It never leaves.
Let me spell it out for you, detective.
So what's missing from this room?
Nothing.
It just toys with you constantly, killing everyone you know.
Yeah.
Anyone you get close with.
Yeah.
Anyone you get close with.
I'm not close enough with Miranda, if that's what you're insinuating.
You had the dog for a day,
Yes, but that was my dog.
and you took her out twice.
So,
And she's missing now.
She's missing because she read the newspaper article today. They compounded the article yesterday with her failure at her job, so she ran out, and she said she ran away from her problems.
I hope so. I really do. I've got to go.
Charles, this isn't safe. We should be in the same room as the others. You should follow me.
I have every confidence in Master Drake's ability to protect us, and I shall not abandon my post anytime soon. You, however, may feel free to go wherever you wish.
Spectre, can you clean this up?
Soviet, I need you to leave.
Just enchant a mop, I'm sure it'll turn out fine.
You shouldn't do this alone.
You don't want to be in here.
No, organic material's about to disappear.
Oh. Okay.
I'm assuming you're using upspults on stir.
And I just put, before I leave, I'll put my hand on your shoulder and I'll say, I'm sorry you had to
Squish.
do this.
Jesus.
So I'm just walking back.
Just back out and leave the area.
Wait until they're about halfway down the corridor before I go for the red gem and turning the room interior of the room to just an inferno of fire.
Okay.
Close the doors for us.
Yeah, like Pete, that's not how ear works.
You have the spirit of the warrior, Charles. I will stand
You
by
turn the interior of the room into pyroclastic glass. That can just happen.
Oh man, that was gay.
From an in-room perspective.
You said you caught it on the cameras.
I saw it first. When I checked the cameras again, there was a second shadow towards the vehicle.
Where did you see it?
That's not there now when you look.
Did Charles see it on the cameras the first
Yes.
time?
And it's also gone. I saw it walking. You can see here as my head turns. I was following.
And where's this?
And then
It
this time when
shushed.
you're watching it through, you're like, you turn your head over there. It doesn't appear over there, but it just this black thing just rises up in front of the camera and draws a smiley face on the camera in blood, and and drops back down again.
And that's
Now-
the camera from this
and
way.
now-
And then when you watch it back through again, that's not there.
And there's no smiley face of blood
No.
left on the lens of the
No.
camera.
Someone's fucking with you.
It's fucking with us.
Oh, check out the knees.
It's fine. It takes some time.
I just feel like carefully rubbing my throat paranoidly while I look around. Keep my back against the
down
wall.
corridor to join the group. Still on fire.
Okay.
Well, she keeps her distance.
Which way did it go?
It's gone.
Maybe gone, and maybe here, maybe somewhere else. Seems to just toy with.
I don't think it's gone, it's just not here anymore, if you follow me.
Or it is here.
Well, it never leaves.
What if... Now we have this, but what about Dr. Goodman?
That's still a problem. That we can't really sit on. How many more times can you
Shall I
transfer?
secure it from red alert, sir?
Yes.
Very good.
I can only transform a couple
Normal
more
computers
times.
return to normal.
Because I was at least in Tarot for an extra hour, wasn't I?
I'd say so.
Yeah, so that's 4 hours used. We've only got 3 more hours, and if I had to use a save point, that uses up an hour. And I don't know if I can help tonight.
I don't think we can do this without you, though. Short of just blowing up the facility, walking in, and then decapitating Dr. Goodman's reanimating body, there isn't really a safe way to go about this.
How much time do you think we have?
Dr. Goodman is a savant. There's no doubt that he's made the solvent chemical. But as for the purification idea, I'm not sure. It doesn't really ring familiar with anything I've heard him trying before.
Unless his purification ritual is the chemicals.
Charles will suddenly pay attention to something on the computer and check a few things and... Damn.
What's wrong?
Can I see?
I'm super on edge, so I would have looked
Yeah, it's just a little data packet has been transferred from one of the precinct departments to the main one that's like anomalously large.
Yeah.
So he's like tuned into the police frequency to try and find out what it is. And after a minute or two of absolute silence from all of you, he will just turn around and say, "Oh, sir, another one of Dr. Goodman's creatures has been subdued by the crab."
Where?
Krendor, sir.
That's a lot closer to where we
They're
were.
dispatching the corpse to the military base.
If we...
He's getting stuff sent to
He's
the military
putting
base.
parts of himself in those things.
He wants them to
He's
be
going to
captured.
reassemble inside the military base.
Oh god, he would too.
Then we need to get that body.
There's no way for us to access the military base.
The one in transit.
Yes.
They've probably already taken one there, the first one that they got up further
Even
north.
yes, but even if we get the truck, we can't necessarily get in. It's not just a warehouse. There are a number of checks and scans.
The body itself might be something, a lead.
Do you have any military contacts?
Yeah, is there any way we could warn them and maybe get them to take it somewhere else and
You'd
not the
have better
military
contacts
base?
than I would.
Not in the military. None.
Your uncle Jacob is literally a Navy pilot.
Yeah, but
in fact,
you,
he's the CAG of the Star
Yeah.
Viper group.
I mean, there's always Uncle Jacob, but again, how do I
Well, you go in as the gamer, not Xander, to its hospital room.
that? Yeah, that would be nasty and horrible, but it might.
It's not like we can just cause an incident with the DMV and have someone important show up because now they just send out the crap. Who? Because the media shit on them constantly and they're incompetent. Nobody cares about or will listen to anything they have to say. So even if we convince them about this, no one's gonna listen. So we have to go higher immediately.
So, what proof do I have to give him?
Colonel Jacob Lewis is an intelligent man, Xander.
I realize this.
And when you give him this information, while he may not believe you, he will take it into account and stop transporting all of the bodies to the hold. He will also put them somewhere else.
And keep them separated.
Yes.
Right,
Especially
then.
if you've got some information you can give to him that, supports the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just add in the, that he has a solvent.
And I'll give him, like, not like what it's made of, but, like, essentially, like, what the solvent can do to, like, a number of copper materials. And how it will react to military materials.
Yeah. It's,
I mean, your suit won't be that different
fortunately,
from a
most
tank,
military
right?
things are made of fairly normal metal, which it will not be effective on.
Yeah.
Like iron and steel, it doesn't
No.
really do anything
Yeah.
to.
But like security.
But, say like
All its
certain
bodies.
security meshes, like the reactive fences, camouflage skins, the outer hull of a Star Viper, for example, it would just fucking eat right through.
Security doors.
Certain security doors are coated with this shit.
It'll be the higher clearance little stuff.
Fortunately, this solvent won't be effective in about 5 years' time when better composites are developed by Smartech, I believe, will be doing it.
Well, they will be
For
now.
some reason.
Like,
Right.
It might happen a
Does
bit
that mean
faster
if
than 5
somebody
years.
just put a coating of a more common metal over the top, it would stop
Yes, or if it coated a common metal, then it wouldn't eat through the it would eat through the common metal because it would react with the composite to become a normal acid.
So
So it's not an acid normally.
So he can't just spray his suit with.
He can spray his suit,
Yeah.
and once it reacts and mixes with the disintegrating outer coating, it becomes an acid that will eat through standard things. It's what makes it so annoying.
Yeah.
It's also the useful agent of it is it makes cutting parts so easy.
And it's harder to accidentally murder yourself with it.
So you need to.
For example, you can put your hand in it up to your elbow, and that's fine, unless you have any of this trace material on you. At which point, goodbye arm.
Do you have thief on you?
I was going to say we need to stop by home.
Yeah, you're gonna want to stop by home.
I need to stop by home.
How long have we?
I would say it's got to be close to 10 by now.
It's got to be close to 10. And the Brook thing happened at like 5:36, right?
It would have been later than that.
6:37.
We only got off work at
Yeah,
about 5:30.
6:37 is the Brook thing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to take up this.
Oh, yeah.
It's like there was a bunch of fighting and running. It wasn't just all car stuff.
But when you're plugged into the car, you're recharging.
But I wasn't plugged into the car the whole meeting.
Oh, good point. You've been in the back. Oh, you have been in the back. I need to keep better track of that shit. Sorry. At least you've been doing it. Yeah, have a hero point. I'm sure there's one lying around somewhere.
From there.
They're all cup.
Yeah.
I bought that cup for you to use.
It is being used.
He drinks
Very
the hero points.
wisely.
He drinks.
That day of the
We tipped out the.
Fuck, that was a lot of points.
It was the exact right amount.
That was
the scary
That was
thing.
the scary part. Fuck.
Alright, so yeah, so I need to get out of the suit.
Well, you have a disassembler in your base,
Yes.
which you are in, so
I will start disassembling.
5 minutes later, you're out of your suit.
Okay.
So you need to go home first.
Well, I need the
You
game.
take off the Ted ears that for some reason are on your head.
I don't know why these keep popping up. I'll toss them onto
On
the
the
pile.
Right.
While you guys are doing this, I could do some aerial reconnaissance of
The military base.
or
No.
Defended by
the
Star
no
Wars.
That'd be just
no
suicide.
the
The truck actually taking
the I pointed the map
The
there.
truck.
No, the Goodman's,
Dr. Goodman's base.
marked location.
I have the information on the convoy if you wish to know.
Yeah.
Now, the convoy consists of a. It's a standard military issue transport vehicle covered. It is being escorted by an M3 Bradley fighting vehicle, a crap APC, and the Guardian robot deployment vehicle.
So,
Which version?
so that's a vehicle that
I'm
deploys
trying to
the
find
robot.
out what it's loaded with now.
Right, that's not important. We need to get this information so something can be done before all these parts get together.
Yeah. I was just trying to work out if we could.
It's a standard patrolman sentinel, Guardian robot, sir.
We could stop the convoy.
If it's the last one, we might need to.
How are we going to do that exactly? We're just going to go there and attack it?
We were going to crash the Nisa into the side of the truck. The Guardian robot and the military APC won't be able to damage it. So that'll delay them. We're just trying to buy Xander time here.
The problem is
So,
that we keep doing
Also,
it.
I'd point out that your reputation is already
That's
extremely.
What I was going to say, we keep doing this. I know it's important, but we are just causing more problems for us.
The alternative is. What's the alternative, Xander?
Well,
If we just let these things happen.
we can't, but we also don't have time to keep on doing 3 or 4 things at
Around the
once.
base. Sigil.
Paint
Protection
dog
against
blood everywhere, right?
Well, that protection against evil.
Who else is doing it? The reality is, if no one else is going to, we have to do all these things. Even if we don't have the capability, we
I
have to
hate to
try.
bring it up, sir, but there is another gentleman with which you have contact who seems to have friends in high places.
Yes, true. We haven't talked to Mr. X.
We haven't even told him this. We need to tell it.
And sir did just recently save his daughter.
Right.
We can't communicate with him from here, even on the
Okay,
communicators.
then
Might I suggest that Sir is also familiar with a young lady who can facilitate rapid transit between two familiar locations?
yeah, she turned off her comms though.
No, she would reactivate them if I called her.
What was
Do we do
that?
it?
Well, you're talking a bunch, the machine's putting your armor away. Probably not. Difficult hearing check, 3 or better.
I have 26.
Or 3 or less.
I got 3 on
26.
the die. that
You
is.
heard it, but it could just be a noise in his bass.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Okay. I'm gonna activate my. I'm gonna try to contact Rover.
Okay. Sure, that'll work. Yes.
We have a problem.
Why do you only ever call me when you have a problem?
So we have is problems. Because I see you often enough that if I don't have a problem, I can just talk to you.
What can I do for you?
How much energy do you have at the moment?
Well, I just woke up.
We think that the things Goodman is making out of people contain parts of him, and they're all being shipped to the Cold Rock's hold.
Ew.
And he has a corrosive agent that'll melt through the hull of a Star Viper. So we need to tell Colonel Jacob Lewis right now.
And you want me to do that?
No, I want Xander to do that. The problem is, I don't think we can move fast enough.
I don't know where he is. I can only open a thing between 2 places I know.
We know where. We know what hospital he's at, right?
Do you? Has it ever been mentioned?
No.
Also, what does the room look like? Has she been in the
No,
room?
She just
but
needs
we
to
can
go
just
to,
get to
right
outside-
outside the hospital and
hospital,
then walks in, you know.
Well, I can do that. Of course, you're fucked if he's at the military hospital.
Or it could be better
Well,
if he's at the
no, we
military.
think how often have I actually gone to visit Uncle Jacob Lewis?
You haven't been once.
Exactly. What are the odds that he's in the? So I assumed that he was in the military hospital because that's where he was, where he would be the best suited.
Well, Miranda would know.
Yes, but that's it.
Do you want me to ask her?
She
You
home.
found her.
No.
But
But, I mean, if I see her, I could ask her. I mean, she does live here. Remember?
Right, we need to get up to the surface anyway.
yep.
So, I should just go back to bed?
So Miranda isn't home.
You want me to check again?
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Say something like, since Colonel Jacob Lewis is getting out, since Uncle Lewis is getting out of hospital soon, which hospital is he at? Where are we gonna go see him?
She's not in her room. And she's not downstairs.
Okay.
I could check the garage.
Sure.
Oh, it's so cold outside. God damn it, you owe me. She's not in the garage.
Okay, thanks.
I need to get changed because I'm in my in suit.
Suit.
Your gimp suit, yeah.
Yeah. So I will go
Plug
up.
suit.
His Danger Diabolique outfit.
So we go up
Okay.
and through the library entrance.
You climb the bat poles.
You can't, how do I climb the bat poles?
Batman does it.
No, remember he had that thing you stood on those little puffy
And it
pads.
goes
And they only showed it in the movie.
See, I like that he's accepted that there are poles.
There are not poles, but like.
But that wasn't your objection. Yeah, okay, so anyway, you get back upstairs. That happens.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you want to try contacting him? Or do you need me to do it?
I can do it. So it would have been changed as well.
Okay, cool.
Contacting the streets.
Yes.
See, you want some good news or bad news?
I'll take the good news.
You've got Janie back.
I'm already aware of that.
It's good news.
You didn't actually have any good news.
No, I
did you?
didn't. So the bad news is all these creatures that Dr. Goodman's been releasing through the city. We're afraid that he's been leaving parts of himself inside them,
No.
so he could end up in the military base.
But he would have to know.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you want me to stop this.
Well, at least
Fortunately,
get them to.
I think I can.
Well, it's more separate the body parts into different areas, so they're not all in one
I'm
area.
not an idiot.
Yeah, I know. But he's also got a chemical that can disintegrate himself and other things.
Like the hull of a star.
Like the hull of a Star Viper.
That shouldn't be possible.
It is.
I'll let them know. Is there anything else?
How's
Are we
Aegis?
telling about the call?
Still asleep. And under tight observation.
You've got
So
the
you
stasis
know
pod
that-
though, so.
Yes, we do.
You know that he was the reason he was like he was? Did Jenny fill you in?
I have complete debriefing.
Okay.
Just seems we're calling you each time with bad news.
Well,
Wish we could actually tell you something
I
good.
will operate my levers, and I suggest in order to double up on things, you should try whatever you can. I will begin by halting the current convoy and diverting it somewhere else.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Then I guess that leaves us with the base.
Still have to do the Jacob Lewis thing. Because, like, redundancy is efficient.
So anyone can roll memory to find out where he is, because let's just do it.
That's just int, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so I have 23.
A newspaper once mentioned that he was in the Huxtable Memorial Hospital, and you don't have to be dead to enjoy it.
Yeah, see, I thought it did.
I actually didn't print that anywhere.
Oh.
It's just, it would have been in a newspaper
Oh, really?
at some point.
I thought I remembered reading it somewhere.
No,
It just always.
It just didn't
It's a
specify.
hospital.
Ah.
I deliberately kept it vague just in case I wanted to move it. Yeah, it's one of those little GM charts. So if they snuck into the military base and they had to hide out in the hospital, you'd have
That
been
said,
there.
those who are in military bases are not in military base hospitals are not usually made public knowledge. So
No, so it wouldn't have been mentioned if he was there. But he's in the Huxtable Memorial Hospital, and you don't have to be dead to enjoy it.
He's in the Huxtable Memorial Hospital.
Oh, that makes me real bad now.
Well, this isn't the first time you've looked like a massive shitter.
at that hospital. I mean, we've had a history with that hospital. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Right, we need to stop by home then.
No, you can just walk in if it's not heavily guarded.
Not as the game.
He has to
right?
be the gamer, and he needs.
Oh,
things.
right. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
The part for this planning has to be the game.
Yeah,
I mean,
I need the
you
game.
could walk in and show, find what room he is, dive into the nearest thing.
Right, we're at the hospital now.
Yeah. Bam! If there was anything anyone else needed done,
Yeah.
too late.
I came back from the bathroom. Where is it?
Right, this might be redundant, but I better do it just in case since we're having such a great night. Yeah.
Fuck.
What?
I don't know.
That's a general.
Just
I
everything.
just love Christmas. No, he's not in the suit.
So
This time of year always sucks.
So just don't sit in the seat after I leave. Just
Yeah, actually, that would be bad.
yeah. Don't sit in the seat.
You're just gonna.
I'll deliberately get up and then sit in the seat opposite from that one entirely.
He would have been in the front.
Oh, beside you, right?
Yeah.
Then that's fine then.
Unless Spectre called shotgun like she always does.
Yeah.
I
And then
just
Skinwalker
assumed-
has to do this.
I just assumed that kind of happened.
I would make Xander be in the front this time because
Yeah.
he needs the space to reload into.
Okay.
So I will back myself up.
Can we have light?
Aziz, light! Thank you, Aziz. Much better.
What a fucking rude.
Is that your word of the
It's like-
day or something?
It's going to get brighter.
Ow!
Right.
Spooky light.
So I will select Spectre. Oh! Select one other player. They get a +1 on all rolls until the end of the session. I get a -1 on it. But with this card here, I remove all negative effects.
Nice.
Wow, synergy.
Good call, but...
Dude, that's a min-max.
Right, so that's
Also, with extra gold, you can edit your file and change those cards. But you don't know.
I don't know that yet.
He's only done backing up yet.
Yep, so I will now change into
Thief.
Need light again?
no special effects.
Okay.
No effect!
Right. Fuck. Right, I will step out and pull up the hood
Okay.
and then go inside.
Do you think if I made a wish to get rid of Harbinger, if that would work?
It probably would, but you wouldn't have a soul.
Yeah, but
It might be worth it though, considering how.
weigh it up.
I mean, he keeps.
It would save all of the people and animals around you.
I mean, I don't like wandering in and finding people inside out and upside down and.
I'm
Straight
still
up.
worried about Charles.
Well, we brought up Charles once before, and you said that for some reason he's. You would have thought he would have already targeted Charles by now or
I think
something.
it's too big a target for now. Not that it's difficult for him to do.
Well, no.
Oh, no, he's going to make you suffer by removing those you care about least first.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Goodman. Except if he wasn't a hindrance to you.
Fuck.
I believe in the plan.
I think
I do remember
Dr. Goodman's my best friend. I love him so much.
I do remember Soviet
You
actually
find
made
your
that.
mum turned inside out and nice try is spelled out on the
Oh,
cover.
Jesus.
I do remember making that.
No.
Soviet made that joke about you should just befriend your enemies to let Harbinger knock them off.
I
don't-
could
it
do it.
will
I'm
not
just
work
thinking
that way.
It's clearly not just a force of nature, right? Like it clearly can
Kind of
make
spooky bitch now. Fucking shush me.
Okay, you don't have any trouble finding his room.
it's
The
most
trail
heavily
of
guarded
military
room.
I was
guards.
gonna say that's the military guard on the door. That's the.
So, you know, the guard there isn't a guard on the door. There's just one sort of walking up and down the hall, and he's easy to evade.
Yeah.
We don't need to go through a big thing at this late stage. You are able to open the door easily and go into the room. The room is dark because it's nighttime.
I'll stay in the shadow,
That's
The whole room.
No, I
not
mean-
hard.
deep in the shadow.
Okay. There's my daughter's dog.
If you were my daughter,
No.
right?
If we should stay out of the papers, Miranda, it's not seemly.
Mr. Lewis.
A figure steps out of the shadows. He is about his height out of the suit. Sort of fit-looking guy. He has dark blue skin. Little pointy ears. sort of dressed in like military fatigues, but he has like a big gold torque around his neck.
I met him before, haven't I?
Never.
No.
That doesn't
And he
sound-
says, "I hear your voice, but who are you?"
I am here to help, to give warning.
If you were here to help, then you would be open and not hide amongst the shadows, like an assassin,
And I'll step out.
and become instantly visible once you hit the line.
Yeah.
And look like an
An
assassin.
interesting power. You dress like an assassin, or a thief.
One or the other.
You are the gamer.
Yes.
The television would have me believe that you are not here to help.
Television says many things. And not
Indeed
all of
it
them are
does.
true.
And what do you say, assassin thief?
I say the only way to get in here to talk, to give warning, is by entering this way. If I came through as Duke or someone like that, it would cause more harm than good.
So you also claim to be royalty. Interesting. You have come to the wrong room. There is no one here for you to kill.
I don't
Or
wish
help.
to kill. I wish to help the military with the problem they're about to incur. They have been collecting Dr. Goodman's experiments, haven't they?
This is well known.
Yes. But is it well known that he can separate his body out and spread it through the creatures that he's giving?
It is not.
And is it also not known that he could potentially mount himself down and come back and then, using a chemical, mount the skin of a star viper?
You speak of the powers of a god.
No, just chemistry.
I know not of your chemistry.
Science isn't wizard jizz, dude.
Here's a formula that can destroy the binds.
That's not supposed to be possible, says a voice from the bed.
I know it's not supposed to be possible, but it is.
You could probably explain the basic process.
Yes. Oh,
Okay, that happens.
why would I risk capture and containment just to bring you this information if it wasn't true?
It's okay, Trebor. I think we can believe him. Why come to me?
Because you're a reasonable man.
And how do you know that?
I should say the papers say this, but again, the papers don't say much. But you've been up there, you've fought many battles. You wouldn't have got where you are without having some form of honor.
So, what do you expect me to do about Dr. Goodman's bits?
The least that needs to be done is they need to be kept apart.
Sounds reasonable.
Apart from that, I couldn't tell you what, but I wouldn't keep them anywhere near each other, and not locked in the same material that the Vipers are made from, because potentially he's trying to get off.
Okay, I've heard your message. He can go, Trebor.
Thank you. I'll step back into the shadow.
Do not return with any intent to not help. Being invisible will not help you.
I understand that. We only ever wish to help. Unfortunately, sometimes it goes wrong, like everything else in life. And I'll leave.
Okay. He comes out sometime later. Or rather,
The door opens.
the door. Well, there's street lights.
But
There.
it's- yeah,
You're only invisible in the shadows.
exactly.
He comes out and gets in the car.
How'd it go?
Didn't even need to back up.
That was not fun.
Oh.
There was something protecting him.
That's a good thing, right?
What specifically?
Something. You didn't say someone.
It was tall and blue and had pointy ears.
He's being protected by a drow.
It does sound like an elf of some kind.
Or a dark spirit.
Did you get the message?
Yes.
Then I don't think there's much else we can do for now.
He believed the message, right? Like,
I certainly hope so. But the thing is, at least he'll put in a word and...
I suppose between that and what Mr. X is trying to do.
The thing is, Goodman can't reconstitute himself unless his parts are actually together. So that is a way to contain him for all time, is to just always keep those bits apart.
But that's if he is there. That's...
Yes.
Would that work though if he could regenerate from like the single cells?
That's only if there are no other parts of him that exist. If there are other major equally sized parts.
I imagine
For reasons it doesn't work.
I'd imagine he'd need at least a bare minimum of a certain amount of parts close by, correct? Like,
No, well, he can regenerate from a single cell if there's only
Yeah.
one cell. But just because of the oddities of the way his powers work, if you were to cut him in half
Yeah.
perfectly and then keep them apart,
Yeah.
he wouldn't be able to regenerate unless
Yeah.
you put them back together.
yeah.
Or he could move himself back together.
Because those cells are still active. They're not destroyed yet, so they're still...
Yeah. I mean, even if we could just contain both hands, we'd probably be fine.
So we really only needed to intercept a convoy and get, or look for one of the monsters on the street and get a piece.
Yeah, but then we come back to the same problem Sander was talking about before, where this is just something that damages our reputation even further.
Fighting a monster on the street.
There's that thing
Just
looking out the
too
window.
careful.
No, that's right. I was gonna...
Is that robot looking down from the...
Perception check.
Oh, God.
I have 39.
Yeah, mine's not that high.
Okay, so yes.
You might want to wave.
Why? That thing's not on the window. Okay. Oh.
What is it?
Oh. So I wonder why I'm so interesting at the moment.
Well, it's been seen, so it's going to unscrew its hand, throw its hand on top of a roof, and then dissolve into a particle stream until it reconstitutes around its hand,
And
and then disappear into the rooftop.
We should leave.
I think we should leave.
Yeah.
Maybe we should call it a night. It's getting late.
Yeah, I was going to say. Oh.
Bit of both.
I mean, you kind of need to recharge too, don't you?
Yeah, this is...
Well, we'll call an end to the adventures as you deliver everyone home.
Like, it's been a while since I've ranked up 7 hours.
Yeah!
I mean, the backup is like such... Because you're not actually doing anything, right? Like, you're just backing up immediately.
Yeah,
like,
but
The
it's
thing is, if he
counted.
stays in the X-Tree form,
yeah.
then he could do other things as
Yeah.
well, he just doesn't know that.
I mean, like, that's why I'm saying, like, if you use more time, right? Because you use that 3 times.
Yep. 3 backups.
So basically it just consumes the hour.
This is it. Hello, Spider-Man. We've never been properly introduced. I'm Otto Octavius.
There's only one way to stop Labor's taxes.
Kill them.